that does lead us into the kind of the last bit, which is, I suppose, our bit of a reflection on the wider question, and it goes back to this idea about the investor. We've used the word reasonable under the use of reasonable estimates. This is a read across from the conceptual framework for financial reporting. We are wary of the use of reasonable as a few kind of adjectives that get dropped into all of our documents without necessarily being defined. And what is reasonable or not reasonable is quite a dangerous one, I think, not to define. And so we do think it would be quite useful to go, well, whose reason is that that's being determined here, and who gets to define reasonable? But it also made us reflect on that wider question, really, of there is an assumption here that investors are only interested in the financial consequences and the effects on their cash flow inflows and the financial returns. And whilst that is, of course, a read across from the conceptual framework for financial reporting and is hardwired in, I think it's fair to say that, the trustees have stated that they expect the information to be useful for the maximum number of users. They recognize that other users would have other interests than just the financial returns. And they are trying to create standards which reflect the interests of the maximum number of users.